everyone, so today I'm going to be doing a comprehensive swatch video of the KleanColor Madly Matte lip glosses. So I had talked about these before in one of my Shop Miss A hauls where I'd bought a few of the colors, and they are essentially a liquid lipstick for $1. Like I said, I got some of my first ones from Shop Miss A, and then I ended up buying the whole collection from their website. So I'm just going to talk about all the colors, show you all the swatches of them, and talk about my feelings on them. So before I get you really excited, I want to show you all of the colors, and I have all of them, a lot of colors. I believe there are 36 colors in this line. So before I hype this all up, I do want to start off with saying, unfortunately, I don't like these products, and it really sucks because I bought the entire collection of them. So really quickly, the ones that I bought from Shop Miss A were $1 a piece, and the ones from the KleanColor website were, I think, like $1.99, so it was twice the price, but still $1 versus $2 per lipstick. And originally I had bought 6 colors from Shop Miss A, and I liked them. They were, I think I'd mentioned in that video, they were a little bit sticky kind of, but they weren't too bad. And if you use like a little bit of a powder to kind of set the color, like a translucent powder, I found them to be really, you know, just fine. But I find that the new ones that I bought are extremely sticky, and they never seem to quite dry, and it kind of like halfway dries, but then it kind of turns into like really tacky. And I'll still do like a swatch of all the colors and everything and show what they look like, but I just wanted to start out with saying I don't really like these. But I already have all the colors, I might as well at least show you all the colors. One thing I didn't like about them is that on the packaging itself, the colors are not listed. Like it's on the shrink wrap portion of the packaging, but of course you take that off and throw it away, and then you have no indication of what color is on the actual package. I ended up just like printing off these teeny tiny labels and just like taping them to the bottom of the lip gloss tube, just because I have to know the names of the colors and stuff. Now, one thing I really did like about these was how good they smell. They smell kind of like a coconut, or like kind of like a pina colada kind of smell to them, which is kind of unusual for like a liquid lip gloss to kind of have that, or a liquid lipstick rather, to kind of have that scent to it. One other quick disclaimer I have about these, they are a little tough to remove. I haven't really worn any of them on my lips long term and removed them, mainly because they're so sticky I couldn't really stand it for too long. But whenever I was doing my original like test swatches of these, some of these were really tough to remove. I like to use like coconut oil to remove them, and even that was very kind of like a long process to kind of get these all the way off my skin. So I will get started and start my swatches. So this is the first color, like I said, Bubblegum, and I'm not letting this like kind of completely dry because, like I said, they are very tough to remove. The color really doesn't change that much, and like I said, they don't really 100% dry, but they kind of get really tacky. And one other thing, and now that I'm actually wearing the lip product, I can kind of slightly smell, maybe kind of taste a little bit of that chemically smell I was talking about. So this is the color Cheeky. One other thing I gotta say really quick is I know that my application's not gonna be perfect, and that is I am kind of rushing it a little bit just because I don't want these to really dry. So this is the color Punch, and I'm just so bummed at how beautiful these colors are. So that's the color Wineberry. It's kind of like a red with like a pink undertone to it, and please excuse this corner, that looks horrible. This one definitely, it looks a little more red on camera, but if I compare it to like a super red color, it still looks pretty pink to me. So that is Mademoiselle. I'm like I said, I'm really kind of like sad about these because when they're still wet and they're not dried at all, they feel so comfortable and they look beautiful, but when they start to dry, it's just like, oh, it's like glue. So this one is Confetti, and just to hold up the last one, Yeah, confetti is a little deeper and a little bit more pinker, kind of like a fuchsia. So this one is Jam. This one was a little sheerer and a little streakier than the all the other ones that I've tried so far. It's still easy to build up, and once I did like a second coat, it kind of evened out all the streaks. The next color is called Caliente. This one is a much more of an orange toned red. Yeah, so this one I actually think this is much more orange. The next color is called Rose, and compared to Caliente, they almost look almost identical to me. So this one is Rose. Again, it just looks almost identical to the last color, and with it being like kind of more of an orangey kind of red, I wouldn't really call this a rose color. The next color is called True Love. This one is a deeper, more neutral red compared to the last color. This is the color True Love. Next color is called Bitten, and this one looks very similar to the last one as well. So this is the color Bitten. Again, it looks really similar to the last one. This is the darkest red. This one is called Sangria, and this one is more of like a neutral to cool tone, and like I said, this is the darkest of all the reds. So this is the color Mink. This one is a little bit sheerer than the others. It's more of a very dark, neutral to cool tone brown color. And like I said, women with darker skin tones, I feel like this would be a great color for them. However, the formula just sucks. So this one is Root Beer. Again, the browns tend to be a little bit streakier with the first application. Yeah, so this one is a little bit darker than the last one, but warmer as well. The next color is called Cinnamon. This one is a little lighter than the last one, and much more yellow toned of a brown. Kind of like really overdid my lips this time, but this one is Cinnamon. So this next one is called Hippie. This one is just a hair darker than the last one, but this one is much more yellow-orange toned than the one before. So that is Hippie. This one again kind of took about 2 coats to kind of get it a little evened out. The next color is called Brick, and compared to the last one, it's about the same depth, but this one is much more of a cool toned, kind of like almost red plummy color. This is the color Brick. I really actually like the color itself if I had put it on a little nicer. Kind of like a cherry soda is what it reminds me of. It's got just enough kind of red to it, but it's still very much a brown kind of color. This color is Royal. This one leans on a little bit more of a kind of like a fuchsia brown. This one again, it's a little bit more pink than the last ones, or purple, not pink. So this one is Royal, and definitely not brown at all. It's that dark kind of burgundy plummy color. Next is Canyon. This one is another one of those kind of mauve-y browns. So this is Canyon. This one's a little bit more on that cool toned brown color. So that is Winterberry. This one is a little bit cooler, well actually quite a bit cooler than the last one. This one's actually really pretty, and if the formula didn't suck, I'd probably wear this one. This next one is called Caramel, and this one is kind of like a mid-tone brown. It's a little bit more on the warmer side, and it kind of like seems a little bit more of a yellow-based brown. And I actually think this would look really good on people who have more of like an olive kind of tone to their skin, because this has a little bit more yellow to it. I feel like it kind of would just complement that really well. The next one is called a Doll. It's about that same kind of yellowy warm brown, but it's a little bit lighter than Caramel. This one, yeah, definitely has a lot more of that kind of yellow, khaki, olivey kind of tone to it. Next is another brown, but this one's very light with a little bit of a pink kind of tint to it, and this one's called Clay. This one I definitely think suits more of a fairer skin tone, but anyone could really wear it if you want. This I think is my absolute favorite color in the entire collection, and if this was more comfortable to wear, I would wear this like every day. I love this color. It's very kind of understated, pinky kind of brown. This next one is a little deeper than the last one, but much more of a cool tone kind of mauve pink color. Definitely love this color as well. This one I think would suit a lot of different skin tones, not just fair skin. This one is Majesty, and this one kind of reminds me a little bit of maybe like a darker and slightly warmer version of Kat Von D's Requiem, which is my all-time favorite liquid lipstick. I think it's a little bit darker, but it's definitely in that kind of family. Okay, only 12 left. So now moving on to these next 6, I believe, are the original ones that I bought, and this next one is called French Lilac, and it is a very pastel pink lavender. Just lavender, not even pink. So this one is French Lilac. Like I said, it's a very pastel purple. So that is futuristic. Kind of an out there color. Not a lot of people can pull this off. I'm definitely not one of them. But yeah, this one's definitely a lot brighter, and it does have slightly more of the pinky kind of lavender to it. The last one was a little bit more of like a muted, kind of slightly grayer lilac. So that is Cupid. Again, super light, super bright, and not my best color. So that is Raspberry Sherbet. It's a little bit darker. I think I can definitely pull this one off a little bit better. So that is the color Tulip. Again, like I said, very similar to the last one. I wouldn't bother getting both of them. This next one is called Magenta Crush, and this one's also darker than the last 2, and again, a little bit more of that purple tone. With this one, I really like this one as well. Okay, so this one is called Grape. More vibrant than the last one. So that is the color Grape. Pretty darker than the last few. Next is called Mystic. This is a very dark purple, almost like black purple. So that I applied as a mess, but that is the color Mystic. Very dark. So the next color is called Proper, and this one is a bit of more of like an indigo-y purple color. So this one I applied horribly. I'm sorry about that. Again, this is the color Proper. This one's a little bit more of one of those streakier ones, but like I said, it's more of an indigo, kind of between a blue and a purple, a blurple, if you will. This next one is called Blueberry Pie, and this one is a straight up royal blue color. So this is Blueberry Pie. Again, a lot of the darker colors are a little bit streaky. Almost done, guys. The second to last color is called Peacock, and it is, as you would imagine, a peacock kind of teal green color. So this is the color Peacock. I think it looks really kind of cool with my eye makeup. Again, a little bit streaky. Not really much else to say about it, but it is a really cool color. And finally, the last color in this collection out of all like 36 colors or however many I have swatched. I'm so glad to be done. This is the last color. It is a black, and it is called Licorice. I find that this one is, again, streaky, and this one I'm having a bit of trouble to really like build up to a complete solid black. So in conclusion, guys, overall my thoughts on these. One, I love the price of them being $1 to $2 depending on where you get it. It's super, super affordable. The color selection is phenomenal with 36 colors. I mean, there's honestly a color for every single person in this collection. The scent of them are nice in the beginning. However, some of the cons, the texture is just, like I said, some of them are a little more sticky than the others, and I've tried putting like a translucent powder on top of some of them to kind of help matte them down a bit, which works with some colors. Some colors it's not that great, but the formula is just so sticky. Every time I've seen some videos of people talking about these, only some people mention how they're kind of tacky, and some people say theirs dry completely matte, which is just not the case with most of mine. Like I said, some of them that I got are a little less sticky, but a lot of these, majority of them are so sticky on the lips. So whenever I see videos of people talking about these and they say that theirs dry completely matte, I don't know if there's something wrong with mine, or if I just don't know. So overall, I don't think I would recommend these, which is really sad because they're so cheap, so many colors and stuff like that, which is awesome. But I just can't see myself wearing these, you know, and enjoying wearing them, especially with how sticky they are. And I really like products that you don't have to really fix so much with another product, like I said, using like a translucent powder. Overall, I don't think I would recommend these. I mean, you can go ahead and definitely order like maybe 2 or 3 if you're really interested in them, but as someone who has every single color they have at the moment, it's just not not something I would recommend at all. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram, link is below. And until my next video, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.